Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Lana Michelle here. Today I'm going to be doing what I eat every day for breakfast. So yeah, let's get into the video.
Okay, for the loaded hash browns, you need all these ingredients: onions, bell peppers, extra virgin olive oil, banana, and hash browns. So I started cutting the bell pepper. I cut them all the same way. Just take the little portion out and then slice them like that. And then that doesn't take super long. And then you do that to all of them. And that's how they're supposed to look. And then I start on cutting the onion, and then you kind of just cut it like that. And then you just cut as much as you want. Like, you don't have to have a lot of onion. It's really just for flavor.
So I like to put my burner on like in between medium and low, and I add some extra virgin olive oil, EVOO. And just add a little bit in there, and that's pretty much a good amount. And then you just add your vegetables. Very hard to do with one hand.
Next, I'm just adding the rest, which was the onions, and then I had to add the potatoes. It was like frozen, so it took me a minute. And then I put the top on that and let it sit on low. The next step is to peel and cut the banana, so I just kind of cut both ends, and then I just cut it like, you'll see in just a second. After the bananas are cut, the next step is to cut the avocado, and then you can cut the avocado whenever you want. The avocado is not necessary, but it adds a little flavor, so I always like to add it. At this point, the hash browns were basically done. I decided to add a little cheese, which you'll see in the next clip. And usually it's not that brown, but I like mine crispy. So if you like yours crispy, then that's a good little look for it. Next, I buttered the little pan thing for my bananas. Put those on there. I put it on low so I could cook well. And then that's just me putting the avocado on there.
I add a little salt to mine for taste because the avocados be a little bland. It's the finished product. So good.
Okay, so these are the ingredients you need. It's really like a small amount. Then I start with my cup of oats, and I put that in the little blender, and then I pulse it until it's like smooth and it kind of looks like oat flour, because that's what we're really going for. The next step is to add milk. Usually I use coconut. You can use soy or whatever you like. You do 1 cup of that, and I added my bananas, and I kind of just slid them in there. And then the next thing is to add your 1 cup of milk, and then you can add this, but you don't have to. I add baking powder, a little bit of that. It was actually 1/4 of a teaspoon, and then I added a little bit of vanilla, which was a little too much. And yeah.
Looks like it's like pretty loose for consistency. If you want it to be a little bit thicker, you can wait a little bit, like a couple minutes.
After I waited a few minutes, I turn my burners on, and usually I do both because it gets it like hot enough. And I just put it in between medium and low, and then I started buttering. And after buttering, I just put a pancake on there. The rest of the steps are just basically like normal like pancake.
Keep a watchful eye on these because they cook pretty fast.
So I added the maple syrup like before I cut it. I would suggest cutting it first. Here are all the ingredients you will need. Cinnamon, apple, maple syrup, Quaker oats, coconut milk, all that. And then I just cut the apple basically like regular into like little diced sizes because that's the way I like them. You can cut them however you like. I followed the instructions on the box and added 1 cup of water and then a little bit of milk and then a half a cup of like oats. And
turn it up. So for this one I kind of turn it on and off. So now this is kind of simmering a little bit. We'll move it around the pan so it can get all around. Then I add some cinnamon. So I like to take a spatula and just mix it around. If you add more cinnamon, it won't kill you. This one is kind of boiling, so we're gonna turn it down a little bit. And we're gonna add our oats to use. And it just gets it real nice. And as you can see, those are going. But because this is not done, or not close to done, not super close, we're gonna just turn the fire off on these. I like to add a little bit of cinnamon in here as well. Yeah, this is about the right consistency. That's when it's about ready. Just pour it all in. Okay, so this is our finished product. After that, I like to add a little bit of maple syrup for taste because it's not the sweetest. Oh, I look rough, but let's give it a taste.
Here are all the ingredients that you will need for this. You guys can pause the video so you can see them all. And then I cut all my vegetables up prior to. And then I turn my burner on. It usually sits in between medium and low. And then added my EVOO to my pan. Next, I added all my vegetables to the pan and then I started adding the seasonings. After adding all of my seasonings, I made sure to move my vegetables around so that everything got seasoned. And then I added my tofu and I just kind of munched it with my hands like that. It really doesn't call for too much. You can literally do that. Next, I added my turmeric, and guys, please do not add too much because the turmeric really just gives the egg look and it adds a little bit of flavor, but if you add too much, it'll be too much. It will taste gross. After mixing that all in, you can kind of see the yellow tint on it. And then I like to add a little bit more seasoning so that it can be nice and flavorful. Next, I'm adding in my spinach. Spinach is optional, but I prefer to add it. It tastes really good. And then this is Daiya cheese, and it gets really sticky, so that's great. And then you just add that and mix it all together. Next, I'm going to put this baked potato into the microwave and just warm it up. And that is the final product, guys. Delicious.
Yeah, I have a wrap on, but it's time to do a taste test. I'm a chef, don't play with me.
So I don't use measurements like at all. So what you see in this is what you get. Like literally this is so self-explanatory, so I'm not gonna explain it. And it would taste it pretty good, but I don't really like mango, so I would prefer pineapples.
Thank y'all so much for watching. This is late. I forgot to film the outro and the intro. But like, comment, subscribe, share. We're trying to be big. We're trying to grow. We're trying to hit 1K. Peace out.